Hello there, I'm Antony Westwell. Welcome to episode 23 of Life of a Musician. In this episode I have 3 gigs. 2 of them are solo gigs, 1 is a King's Encore gig, and one of the solo gigs that I'm doing is at a new venue, but more on that after. Last episode I mentioned that Post House now has their own sound system, so now I will show you how I connect to that and some very short clips of me performing. Here's a setup, it's very busy. These are the ports that I was on with it somewhere from the back. I have my mixing desk here, into there, over there, and all around. This is a new mic stand, I've just done my first set, but the thing doesn't come out as fast so no one will hit it. Standing up today, but the sound's good. Turns out there's speakers on this little railing here as well, which is cool. Now there was a funny thing that happened at this gig. If you go back a few videos where me and John are playing at the Porcher, Winstanley, you'll hear me talk about these guys who were obsessed with Oasis and kept asking us for them through the night, even though we played 3 Oasis songs that night. Well, one of the lads was there this night. Same guy, he's funny, he just talks to you a lot, even when you're trying to perform, but it's all in good spirit. But let's just say, I think he might have got a little bit drunk. Yeah. The gig actually was really fun, and as you heard, I'm using a new mic stand. I actually ordered this on the Friday, the same day as the Post House gig, and it managed to arrive before I set off, so I unboxed it. It just came in this box, really small, nice, compact, but I unboxed it. It comes with a bag, so I put it in the bag, and then I put that bag in my other bag. But that was great to get it in time for the gig, so I didn't have to carry too many things around, especially with not having to carry the speakers. It was a really easy gig to get my gear in, and I had my acoustic guitar in its bag. All my other stuff like cables, microphone was in my big backpack, including the mic stand now, and then I just had my mixing desk. Another thing about this mic stand, as I mentioned, it doesn't stick out that far, so in small venues like when I play at the Mellows, even though it's a bigger venue, the space from you to the audience is small, and sometimes people can bump into it and then you get tupped. This will reduce the chance of that happen, so that's great. Hello. So it's currently Saturday, and I was just thinking, well, I thought this last night as well, I'm gonna use my old guitar again. Here it is. Don't know if you've seen it in these vlogs, probably not. Well, Yamaha, because I believe the pickup in this guitar is underneath this bridge, where in my Taylor, it's a contact mic somewhere there. So I'm gonna nip to Symphony now in Wigan and get some new strings for that guitar and my Taylor. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you that little update. Just want to say I did end up bringing both my guitars to this gig, and I ended up using my Taylor guitar through the duration of the gig. Parked here, venues there, and I'm playing behind that window. This is a setup. The setup complete. As you can tell, I love this mic stand. Now, this gig was great. Awesome venue, a very interactive night. Had a couple requests. One was for a Noel Gallagher song. Funnily enough, the person who got me this gig, they cover that song, as well as John covers the song, but I've never attempted it, so I winged it, but it went alright. And then someone else asked for Metallica, and I was like, oh god. And I did end up playing one. I just tried to go through Nothing Else Matters. Surprisingly did fairly well, considering it was an acoustic gig, but my mum says I should learn it properly again, and I think I might do, especially while it's October. I also had a few family members come down who don't really come to my gig, so that was a nice surprise. Good to see them and have the support. They really enjoyed the night, which is great. But like I say, all in all, it was just a very good interactive night. Now I'm going to get a little bit serious now. For Sunday, I didn't record anything, and there was an incident outside on the street, not directly outside of Hideout, but a bit further up, that took place. So I'll quickly go over. The gig went well, but we'll move on from Sunday and we'll talk about Tuesday, yesterday, with some very exciting news. So if you didn't know, I'm recording a 6-track EP. I'm calling this an acoustic EP, and on Tuesday, I went into the studio. This will be the third time, I believe, for this project, and we was recording the rest of the bass tracks for each song. I'm going to show you a quick clip of me and my mate in the studio now, and I'll just go over that my mate is not only recording me playing the instruments, I let him play bass on a couple of these, but he's also the sound engineer / mixing engineer. He's helping me out through all this process. So here's the little clips now. And there we go. I don't want to play too much because I don't want to give away the songs, but if you know some of my songs, you might be able to recognise them too. But I won't be going into any more detail about what the other songs are on the EP yet. But anyway, that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like if you enjoyed it, dislike if you didn't, comment down below anything you think I could have improved on or anything you enjoyed. Next week, I have a very fun thing for you. I will be hosting John's open mic at the Core, which happens on the first Thursday of every month. So stick around for next week's video and I'll hopefully get some footage of that. But until then, keep music in your life and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.